Yes, 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 yes. The voice of reason is here again, and I'm here with I brethren, Larry, the great Larry, and Kingpin Musa. We are going to talk on certain topic of religion and about the Bible and the missing farm of how they have missing farm black people about them godliness and them godly self. So Larry, what you have to say on the take?
Well, it's being ingrained in our minds that we said earlier that God is outside you, and the whole thing is about, the whole Bible is a book of psychology. It's a mastermind which is in a man, really, and that is what you use to bring your life easy or great on this little journey that you're on this little journey on earth that you're on. So the Bible, as they describe it, make a lot of people believe that all that they're talking about is outside them. It's like for a group of people or a particular person. I mean, is God so bad that he only has one son? I need you to understand that we are all sons of God. It might not look like that to you, but now is when we are sons of God. So we all know this. We've talked about the earth being the human body. This is a beast that we are riding. And this beast, we need to tame it. That is your first responsibility, is to tame yourself.
Okay, so this is why them program the gods to live outside of themselves, to act like beasts, and then give them a religion and tell them so them God gone somewhere and him soon come.
Yes. As you touch that topic about religion, I think that is the biggest blockage we have in humanity. Because it's so deep within man that trying to reprogram the brain becomes a very hard task for people, because they have been indoctrinated for so long. You know
about
what I mean?
This outside God.
Yeah, about this outside God.
Yes.
You know?
Yes, in truth, because not only that, religion was beaten unto I people. And them said the word RE is to recreate and legion. So them take I people out of them consciousness to join a particular religion so that them can captivate the mind and enslave them at the same time.
Absolutely. I agree entirely with Fire here, because religion, as you know, is like boxes where they put you in and box you up. So you are in a Christianity religion, you cannot think outside anything. It's a box. If you're a Muslim religion, you're in a box. If you are a Buddhist, you're in a box. Whatever religion that you do is in a box. But there's only one thing that there is, oneness, consciousness. That is all there is around us.
Nothing else.
Nothing else.
So for a man to spend time and plan and create a religion, invade your land, take you out of your land, beat in religion in you, where you are aware of this, yeah, where him shift what the word would we use then, Larry, paradigm from the universe, so he can be in control of your own mind.
Absolutely.
And tell you when to go and when to come, when not to do and when not to do.
Yes.
That is you now giving your godly power to our individual to rule over you. Yeah? And because some people believe in this God, that this God gone somewhere, gone build a house, and him soon come for them. You cannot change their mindset. So how we are going to try to deprogram our people from this mindset, so that them can see them godliness in them, Larry?
Yes. So, as you say, I mean, let's see how kind of crazy the whole thing is. Now, a God will kill his own son and then will raise him up again and then take him somewhere and come bring him all the way back and come and live on this earth again forever. Come on, think about it yourself. You know, you wouldn't do that. The bottom line is this: all the things in the scriptures are esoteric meanings to it. They have meanings.
Yeah.
And it's not the way it's presented on the outside for you to understand. It's like a little mind map that is being expressed to you.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we do not worship any God from the outside. We worship the God within.
That's right. Because one of the things the God in the Bible, feel them God do, you know. He will give them 10 commandments.
But there's one universal commandment.
You know?
You see, so we have a situation of these 10 commandments. And I would like you to understand when they say Moses went up to the mountains. Those mountains are the thoughts in your whole mind. And he came down and destroyed all those tablets, yeah? And then went back and they gave the same thing again. Come on. I mean, understand that this is an esoteric conversation that is going on within every man.
Yes.
Not just outside, it's in every soul.
So in other words, we can make a relation to that as Bob Marley sing when he said 3 little birds.
Yes.
Come by my doorstep. So the message comes and the message go. So Moses can destroy that message and then rewrite back that message. So and this is where the people is lacking the overstanding of the whole concept of the thing.
Yes.
You know?
And that's taking us into slavery. So you've enslaved your own mind.
Yes.
In these situations. You've looked outside for help. When you go help right inside you. So what we want to do.
So is that the case where them say man has fallen from grace?
Yes.
Because him come out of consciousness.
Of course. Yes. You've come off from your higher self.
Yes.
Yeah. You have a higher self.
Yeah, lost spirituality.
That's right.
Yeah.
Each time you need to. That is why they say. Do you know when they went to you talk about Moses went to Egypt?
Yes.
And what did he say to the king? God said to him, "I've made you Lord over Pharaoh." Now, Pharaoh they're talking about there is your current circumstance.
Yes.
It's a bondage that you're in. Now, these are esoteric.
Yeah.
It's not just as they said it that some people may have. But the point here is understand that it is whatever bondage that you're in is telling you that you are Lord over that bondage.
Yes.
That is what he's saying to you.
Because the bondage is in the mind.
It's in the mind.
It is nowhere else.
So now you know that you are Lord over your own mind. And that is the first thing that you need to grasp. But you will find it difficult to grasp it. And everybody will. Most people will.
Yes.
Because you have a conscious mind which will tell you what you see, but you have a record playing inside you, which is playing a different tune.
Yes.
So let me give you an example. It's like a man who, our neighbor, this is an example, he goes out, drinks, and he gets so drunk. He came home one day, we overheard him talking to his wife that his head is spinning like 200,000 miles an hour, but his body is still. So he's not in line. He kept falling all over the place. We do not, and we need to line ourselves. Now, these old things that you do are paradigms, they're habits that you've been doing.
Yes.
But you're not aware of them. So you need to bring awareness. Awareness is the key.
And that is one of the universal laws.
So isn't that he being drunk in oneself and not in the spirit?
Of course.
Yes. Because you can be drunk in yourself but not in the spirit.
And even all these biblical names that been called for hundreds and millions of years ago, right?
Yes.
Those are just a state that anyone can fall into or use as a reference.
Yes.
Yes. Those people are not real.
This is why you must always put the I.
That's it.
When
you're reading,
so you put yourself
when
in that state.
Yes.
So that's why you are I.
Yes.
That's the great I am. The meaning of that is I am. Whatever you add to it, you become it.
I am what I am.
Yes. So you sit down and you every day you transgress your own self, you violate your own self.
Yes.
I would say clearly, there are no victims, only volunteers.
Yeah.
Listen, you volunteer to do anything. That's why I talked about choice.
Choice.
When I learned that I have choice, look, a man can hold you in prison, but nobody can hold or imprison your mind.
No.
You are free to think whatever you want to think.
There's no limit.
There's no limitations on that. So don't go telling people or being taking the victim attitude, because there's no victims. Even if you are in a relationship which is being abused, you have volunteered to be in there.
Yes.
Because it's a choice.
Yeah.
You have a choice.
So what I'd like you to also tell them about is the concept of Esau and Jacob.
Right. Now, Esau and Jacob, this is another example of how we manifest things. And it's been hidden in all those parables that they write. So we'll pick one up, which is Esau and Jacob. Now, let's understand when Esau and Rebekah and Isaac got together and Rebekah got pregnant. What did Rebekah say? That I have two nations fighting in my belly.
Yes.
Those two nations are in you.
Same way.
Same way. There is the one, he says, one came out, Esau, the elder one. What was he? Hairy. And then there was the Jacob,
yes,
who apparently was even holding his feet
when they
came out. Now these are esoteric meanings. Now, then he says that the younger would
rule over the older. Yes.
That is also an esoteric meaning here. We would explain all of that. Now, first, we have a situation where Isaac is old and wants to bless his kids. That is how the story goes.
Yes.
The parable goes.
Yes.
Or the situation that you think it was goes.
Yes.
Now, so Isaac tells his elder son, which is Esau, that go and get me some venison and prepare it for me, and after I've eaten, I would bless you. Now, his wife, Rebekah, overheard the conversation.
Yes.
And told Jacob, that this is what his father planned. So he's telling him something. Go to the sheepyard that we got here, the flock, and bring one, and I will cook you venison, and you take it to your dad so that you can have the blessing. Because Esau is wayward. Yeah? Right. So now they did it. Jacob went and got that. His mother cooked the food and he took it to his father. Now, these are all representations. Now let's see what happens when he got to his father. The first question his father asked, Jacob said was, Father, the venison is ready. And his father says, are you my real son Esau? That was the question that his father asked. And he said, yes, I am. What? I am. Then he says, come closer so I can feel you. Because he thought the voice was that of Jacob, but he wasn't sure because he was blind. So he says, come closer so I would feel you. Now his mother has to know. Now his mother has put on the sheepskins, as the story says, on him, so that because he can differentiate him from Esau, because Esau was hairy.
Yeah.
So he came closer, and then he says he knew that it was his son Esau, ate it, and blessed him. Now, if this story was really a real story or somebody that really happened, are you telling me that however blind you are, you wouldn't feel a sheepskin on somebody?
Yes.
So you need to understand that this is esoteric. It's a parable. It's telling us something. Now let me show you the representation of it. Now, Isaac represented the Father, the Almighty.
Yes.
You see how they described him? I'm not saying God is blind, but the reason why he's blind in that scripture is that because he's no respecter of persons. He doesn't look at somebody to bless them. He blessed everybody.
Yes.
That's why he's blind. Now his mother, Rebecca, is your intuitive self, your spiritual spirit, which always you know about something, but you do not develop it. There are things that you know you can do, but your intuition tells you, something says to you, I can do this thing, but you just don't ignore it because you're looking outside. That is Rebecca, your intuitive self. Now, your intuitive self said to you, when you heard
The voice.
the blessing that was coming, says to you that I can go and deceive. Yeah, they make it like it deceived them. But that is exactly what happens to yourself. So we're going to come inside there. So now, Jacob, the intuitive self, went and brought the venison. So what this is telling you is that when you go to the Father is blind. If you want to, our souls do not look at faces to give them portions. No. The portion is sitting there. So you go to it and take as much as you want. But you've been, because you've been made to believe that he's going to give you portions as it's all is yours.
Abundance.
Now, abundance is yours. So Jacob now goes to the Father and gets the blessing.
Through the feeling.
Because the feeling
is what get the blessing.
Is what get the blessing. Because he felt that he deserves that. And then he deceived himself. So Esau is your outer self. It is your current circumstances. That is why it's represented by hairy. You say he's hairy. That is your current circumstances. It's all hairs.
That's outside.
But the smooth one, which is Jacob, they said he was smooth.
That's within.
That's within. And that within is always looking to supersede the outside.
That's right.
So what did they do? You sent your Esau, your outside self, to go
somewhere else.
To go hunting. That's why they sent him to go and hunt.
And deceive.
So he deceived himself. So what you do is you deceive you do not recognize your current circumstances that you see around you. So the badness you see around you, don't recognize it.
No.
And it would go into its nothingness because it's nothing in the first place. You made it something by recognizing it, by giving it awareness.
Yes.
So Esau was your outer self. You deceive him, he goes to hunt, and when he comes, just like Jacob, his father said, Isaac said to him that, oh, somebody has taken your place.
Yes.
The blessing, someone has deceived me and taken the blessing.
Yeah.
That's exactly what you do to your current circumstances. You deny them.
Yes.
You deceive them.
Yes.
Because they are not real.
Yes.
You've put them there. And then you bring in, whilst he's gone shopping or hunting, you bring in Jacob. That is your smooth self.
Yes.
The inner self, the things that you want to do.
Yes.
You replace them on the outside by acting like the thing that you is or you want to be.
That's it.
So you might say, yes, oh, I'm faking it. Yes, you are faking it to achieve it. That's what you do. You go in and you reinvent yourself. So these are the principles of the Jacob and Esau. It's not two people that lived somewhere who hated each other and all of those things. It is said within a story that could have happened around those areas.
Yes.
But the real meaning, the esoteric meaning of this, which is the real meaning, you see, parables are like sandwiches, right? The real thing that they want to show you is that the stuff inside it, not the bread outside it. So we should understand that when they give you a parable, there is something that they want to tell you, and this situation here is. Now they've been said it to you so many times you think it's real people that live. You go wherever that land is and find